For these lessons, we'll be discussing about the addition of fractions and mixed numbers without regrouping. But before we proceed, let us first answer this activity. It says here, reduce the following fractions to the lowest terms. To change the fraction to lowest terms, we always use the GCF of the given numbers. In this case, for letter A, we have 12 and 16. The GCF of the number 12 and 16 is the number 4. So we need to divide 12 and 16 by the number 4. So 12 divided by 4 is 3. 16 divided by 4 is 4. Therefore, the lowest term of 12 over 16 is 3 over 4. Next, for the next fraction, we have 20 over 22. So the GCF of the numbers 20 and 22 is the number 2. So 20 divided by 2 is 10. 22 divided by 2 is 11. Therefore, the lowest term of the letter B, which is 20 over 22, is 10 over 11. For letter C, we have 11 over 121. The GCF of 11 over 121 is 11. 11 divided by 11 is 1. 121 divided by 11 is 11. So the lowest term of 11 over 121 is 1 over 11. So that is how we change the fraction to lowest term. Next, convert the following improper fractions. Again, when we say improper fractions, it is when the numerator is greater than the denominator to a mixed number, and then reduce the answer to the lowest term if it is possible. So letter A, to convert an improper fraction to a mixed number, all you have to do is divide the numerator, which is 12, to your denominator, which is 4. So 12 divided by 4 is 3. 3 times 4 is 12. 12 minus 12 is 0. So therefore, the answer is a whole number, which is 3, since we do not have any remainder anymore. So therefore, there is no fraction for our answer. It's only a whole number, 3. Letter B, 14 divided by 8. To change this, we need to divide 14 by 8. So 14 divided by 8 is 1. 1 times 8 is 8. 14 minus 8 is 6. So therefore, we have 1 whole and 6 over 8. Take note that the divisor is the one that is written as our whole number, while the remainder is our numerator, and then just copy the denominator. The fraction 6 over 8 can still be simplified by dividing it using the GCF 2. So 6 divided by 2 is 3. 8 divided by 2 is 4. And then copy the whole number, which is 1. So the final answer is 1 whole and 3 over 4. For the last letter, we have letter C, 33 over 5. So divide the numerator 33 by the number 5. 33 divided by 5 is 6. 6 times 5 is 30. 33 minus 30 is 3. So the answer for this, or the mixed number for this, is 6 whole and 3 over 5. So since 6 whole and 3 over 5 is already in the simplest form or lowest term, this is now your final answer. For the next one, we have convert the following mixed numbers to improper fractions. So again, when we say mixed numbers, these are fractions with a whole number and a proper fractions. So to convert these mixed numbers, so let's say we have 1 whole and 6 over 13. Simply multiply your denominator to your whole number. So 13 times 1 is 13. And then add your answer to your numerator. So 13 plus 9 is 13 plus 6 is 19. And then just copy the denominator, which is 13. Letter B, we have 2 whole and 3 over 7. 7 times 2 is 14. 14 plus 3 is 17. And then copy the denominator, which is 7. Letter C, we have 5 whole and 2 over 11. Multiply again the denominator to your whole number. So 5 times 11 is 55. And then add your answer to your numerator. So the answer is 57. And then just copy your denominator, which is 11. So that is how you convert mixed number to improper fractions. Next, this time we need to look for the LCM, or least common multiple, of the given set of numbers. So again, we can use continuous division as our method. Since 2, 3, and 5 doesn't have any common factor anymore, so we simply multiply these three numbers. So 2 times 3 times 5. 2 times 3 is 6. 6 times 5 is 30. So the LCM of these three numbers is 30. Letter B, we have 14 and 21. The divisor that we can use here is the number 7. 14 divided by 7 is 2. 21 divided by 7 is 3. And then we can now multiply all the numbers. So 7 times 2 is 14. 14 times 3 is 42. So the LCM is 42. For the last one, we have 5, 8, and 10. We only have a common factors for the numbers 5 and 10, so that is 5. 5 divided by 5 is 1, bring down 8. 10 divided by 5 is 2. We can still divide 8 and 2 by the number 2, bring down 1. 8 divided by 2 is 4. 4. 2 divided by 2 is 1. So we can now multiply 5 times 2 times 1 times 4 times 1. 5 times 2 is 10, times 1 is 10, times 4 is 40, times 1 is 40. So the LCM is 40. So that is how we solve for the LCM of the given set of numbers. Next one. For this time, we'll be discussing now how to add similar fractions without regrouping. So to do that, we need to follow the following steps. Step 1, add the numerators and then copy the common denominator. Step 2, reduce the answer to your lowest term or to the lowest term if it is possible. Let's try letter A. So 2 over 5 plus 1 over 5. Again, add the numerators. 2 plus 1, that is 3. Next, for the denominator, which is the number at the bottom, you will not do anything on those numbers. All you have to do is copy the denominator. Since 3 over 5 is already in the lowest term, this is now your final answer. Next, 7 over 8 plus 5 over 8. So 7 plus 5 is 12 over 8, which is your denominator. As you can see, we have an answer that is an improper fraction, meaning the number at the top is bigger than the number at the bottom. So we need to simplify this by converting this number into a mixed fractions or a mixed number. So to do that, again, divide the numerator to your denominator, which is 8. 12 divided by 8 is 1. 1 times 8 is 8. 12 minus 8 is 4. So we now have the quotient as 1 whole, the remainder as your numerator, and then just copy the denominator. Since 4 over 8 can still be simplified by dividing them by the GCF 4, we can still divide it. So 4 divided by 4 is 1, 8 divided by 4 is 2, and do not forget to copy your whole number, which is 1. So therefore, the final answer here is 1 whole and 1 half. Letter C, 6 over 7 plus 2 over 5. As you can see here, both numbers do not have, or they are dissimilar fractions. Their denominators are not the same. So in this case, to solve this kind of problem, we need to get first the LCD of 6 over 7 and 2 over 5. So LCD stands for the least common denominator. To get the LCD, we need to get their LCM, or the least common multiple. So 7 and 5 has an LCD or LCM of 35. Take note that to get the LCM, we can use the continuous division. Since 7 and 5 doesn't have any common factor, we simply multiply 7 and 5. That's why we have 35 here. So the LCD now will become the new denominator. Let us now change these fractions, which is 6 over 7 plus 2 over 5, to similar fraction using the LCD, or the least common denominator, which is 35. Take note, you are not allowed to add not unless your denominators are the same. 35 divided by 7 is 5. 5 times 6 is 30. 35 divided by 5 is 7. 7 times 2 is 14. Since we now have a similar fraction, which is 30 over 35 and 14 over 35, we can now add the two. 30 plus 14 is 44 over 35. As you notice, this is an improper fraction. So we have to convert this first to mixed fraction. So to do that, divide the numerator to your denominator. So 44 divided by 35 is 1. 1 times 35 is 35. And then subtract. 34 minus 35 is 9. Therefore, we now have the answer as, the final answer now is 1 whole and 9 over 35. Since 9 over 35 is already in the lowest term, so therefore this is now your final answer. So that is how you add if the two fractions denominator are not the same, or if they are dissimilar fractions or unlike fractions. Let us try again letter D. This time we have 8 over 11 plus 1 over 5. We are now in letter D. So 8 over 11 plus 1 over 5, their LCM, or the least common multiple, is 55. Because, again, they don't have any common factor that we can use to divide them or to use the continuous division. So therefore, just multiply the two. So 11 times 5 is 55. Next, 55 divided by 11 is 5. 5 times 8 is 40. 55 divided by 5 is 11. 11 times 1 is 11. We can now add the two since we now have a similar denominator. So 40 plus 11 is 51 over 55. We cannot simplify this two fractions anymore. Therefore, this is now your final answer. And then we have the last letter, which is letter E. So 3 over 7 plus 1 over 9. So 3 over 7 plus 1 over 9, we can get the answer here by again changing this to similar fractions. The LCM of 7 and 9 is 63. 63 divided by 7 is 9. 9 times 3 is 27. 63 divided by 9 is 7. 7 times 1 is 7 7. Let us now add, since we now have the same denominator. 27 plus 7 is 34. So 34 over 63. 34 over 63 is already in the lowest term, so therefore it's your final answer. So that is how we add similar fractions and dissimilar fractions without regrouping. So try this next example on your own. If you have your paper with you, solve the following as your practice for this lesson.